And if there's one thing I know, you can't control evil. You can lock it up, you can burn it and bury it and pray that it dies, but it never will. It just rests a while. You can lock your doors and say your prayers at night, but the evil's out there, waiting. And maybe, just maybe, it's closer than you think.
Hi, I'm Leonard Shaw, the Forex conspiracy geek, as my friends like to call me, and together with Forex masters Alberto Pao and Don Gulzar Russell, we're about to do something no one has ever done before. Symbols are a language that can help us understand our past, and you're about to discover how a handful of totally inexperienced Forex traders used a secret code to go from 10 pips a week to 100 plus pip trades. In fact, the truth is, if the trading public got their hands on this code, it would put all the fake Forex gurus out of business forever. For reasons I'll explain shortly, this short video will only be available for the next couple of days, so grab a pen and pad and pay very close attention. And if you stick around until the end, you'll see how you can score a free $100 sent from Alberto personally. But before we get into that, I have one quick question for you. 2 plus 2 equals 4, right? Of course it does. Everybody knows that. That's the nature of numbers. That's simply how numbers work. So why is it that we apply the nature of numbers to simple math, but not to Forex? It's for two reasons. Because it would expose all the scammers selling false, hot, push-button methods. The internet is filled with cheap ebooks and junky trading robots that trash your account, making it impossible to find reliable information. And I've seen just about everything in this business. Loopholes, gold strategies, alternative investments, high-tech computer software, hidden transactions, you name it. This code is unlike any of those methods, as you'll understand why shortly. It was developed for a single purpose. As a unique, simple way to unlock the financial markets and identify the biggest and fastest potential gains in advance. For example, over the last several years alone, you could have doubled your money 57 different times by following this code yourself. See some of the recent profits our traders have achieved. $1,574.62 over a weekend. Or $1,890 in just over 30 minutes. The second reason is that it was kept strictly off limits to outsiders for over a decade. Until recently, you couldn't even access this code without an account balance of at least $250,000. But recently, for reasons I'll explain, a growing number of ordinary folks across the globe have found a way to use this trading code themselves. And the gains are simply incredible. Jane K., Washington, D.C., $2,250 in one day. Greg K., California, $3,000+ in one day. Anup G., $1,450 in 13 days. Kate B., $21,370 in 21 days. 250 pips here. And 300 pips here. So the million-dollar question is, how does it work? How do you do it? And what's the code? You'll be glad to hear that the answer is all around you, transforming a $1,000 account into a $142,683.98 account. Or from $1,000 to $134,944.99. After getting access to this code, one New York businessman made $48,000 in 3 weeks and paid off his son's college fees. Another gentleman made between $15,000 and $18,000 per month for over 2 years. This is unlike anything else you've seen before. That's why, as word of this code continues to spread, it sparked more buzz throughout our industry than almost any other trading strategy we've seen since we first started trading the Forex back in 1999. In fact, it offers anyone with access to its details a chance to legally look inside the Forex markets and potentially see where a small trade can easily double or even triple in value with limited risk and the least amount of time. So what kind of code is this exactly? I'll tell you shortly, but let's go back to the beginning for some important facts. It all starts with a world-famous Italian mathematician, Leonardo Pisano Fibonacci. He discovered the one number sequence that governs all of nature, the Fibonacci sequence. The Fibonacci sequence is the foolproof numerical law which governs how nature works. Each number in it is the result of adding the previous two numbers in the sequence. For example, 1 plus 0 equals 1, 1 plus 1 equals 2, 2 plus 1 equals 3, 3 plus 2 equals 5, and so on. Fact is, everything around us obeys this rule, from the way flowers grow to the way rabbits reproduce. But up until very recently, only a select group of traders had the key on how to apply it profitably to Forex. The reason I found out is because I was lucky enough to meet a high net worth pro trader who agreed to reveal the code under some very special circumstances. More on that later. The code took me from trading dunce to Forex wizard. The code is not complicated. In fact, it's actually pretty simple. And the most frustrating thing? It's in front of you. In fact, it's always been in front of us, for thousands of years. This strategy is proven, consistent, and very profitable, and very low risk. For example, here is a recent trade from Edward, a third-grade sports coach who lives in Wisconsin. Ed was one of Alberto's early coaching clients, and he shared the code with him on Friday. By Monday, just a few hours after the markets opened, he had already made $1,191.02. We heard from another trader in California who made $620 in just 8 minutes by following the code. And there are literally hundreds of stories like this. For example, an old friend of Alberto from England, a man called Lionel, got in touch with us and said that almost every trade he places according to the code worked out. In his own words, he made a decent amount of cash. We even got a letter in the post from a fellow saying that he now generates between $1,500 and $2,000 per month after hearing about the code, and that he's decided to retire at the age of just 44. But if this system has been in front of us for thousands of years, isn't it possible that there is another trader out there trading exactly the same system? Well, sure, there are a lot of smart folks in this country who develop their own way of making money in the markets. That's true. But I can tell you that this single code has brought so much attention that it is being taught in universities and trading academies worldwide. So you may have heard about this type of trading, but most likely it's quite different to the way we profit from it. Consider Edward Thorpe, a math professor who discovered a discrepancy in the market whilst reading the Wall Street Journal back in the early 1970s. Dr. Thorpe's discovery was also like a secret code. If he wanted to, Thorpe could have gone public and won huge recognition. As Thorpe later told the media, "What I saw was an opportunity to make a large amount of money." Sure enough, over the next 4 months, Thorpe made $6 million with his discovery. After he made his discovery in the market and earned all his money, someone else came along and made the exact same discovery. A couple of economists called Fisher Black and Myron Scholes came along. They wrote it up for an academic journal, and they received the Nobel Prize, and after that its money-making potential wasn't nearly as effective. If everyone else in the world knew about the code, it wouldn't be as effective. For those folks that have been privy to the code over the years, the difference has been tremendous. That's why we can only release 300 DVD copies, and some of them have already sold out to our coaching students. We heard from one trader who made $1,575 in 3 days, and he was a complete beginner to this type of trading. We heard from another fellow who made something like $1,430 in 2 hours. So why don't more people trade the code? For 2 reasons. 1, there is a very limited supply of these DVDs around the world. Secondly, and honestly, when it comes to investing, most people never learn how to do it the right way. I mean, this doesn't get taught in schools. The code can be incredibly lucrative, but why don't banks and brokerages encourage people to trade it? Well, why should they? Banks and brokers want you to trade as much as possible and lose as much as possible. It's their bread and butter. I mean, a lot of brokers couldn't care less how much money you make. Many of them just want to earn a commission. Banks and brokerages couldn't care less about their clients. The system's corrupt. They're not traders, they're salesmen. There's a big difference between the two. And believe me, we've worked with hundreds of brokers in our careers, so I know what I'm talking about. Sadly, most traders are clueless about the code. There's so much junk out there, it's nearly impossible to find good information, largely because of marketing slicksters and conmen that crowd the Forex marketplace. These scumbags prey on new traders, which is a big reason why 90% of new traders quickly fail and then give up before they hit gold. I can't blame them, because I, for a start, used to be in the same boat. In fact, here's a very embarrassing $10,000 personal confession. Back when I was struggling, I spent $10,000 on Forex products. Almost all of them were junk. Sure, some helped me out a lot, but for every helpful product, there were countless worthless ones, like poorly written ebooks, rehashed systems, unreliable or even stolen signals. I also bought a lot of trading robots, and none of them worked. A quick side note about trading robots. Trading robots can work, and experienced traders know how to make tons of money with them. In fact, when Alberto was trading for some of the largest investment banks in London, UK, he was using expert advisors, and they made him over $38 million. But they must be used in a very specific way, or else you're toast. You might be wondering how I went from A to B, from struggling amateur to fat cat trader, or how you can take some of the same steps. Back in the day, I scoured the old Forex forums and found a group of people who really knew what they were talking about. These traders who seemed to magically win most of their trades and consistently piled up pips no matter what the market did. I sent these underground pros private messages and emails, begging for them to show me the ropes. I even managed to get some of their phone numbers through LinkedIn. You should have heard me begging over their voicemails. I sounded totally desperate, because I was, and none of them called me back. With $10,000 down the drain, I thought I was totally screwed. Until a few weeks later I found this in my inbox. And everything changed. This single email changed my trading career forever. One of the pros had emailed me back and offered to coach me. I forked over his crazy coaching fees, and before you knew it, I went from stressed, struggling, and no success to consistently making 300 pips easily. All it took was knowing the code, and I started pulling in 100, 300, and even 600 plus pip trades. He taught me that Forex is a living, breathing machine with multiple moving parts that all obey certain principles and rules. Principles and rules that come from Mother Nature herself. A code of nature. And when you know it, you can follow a blueprint that profits no matter what the market is doing. This system works for two reasons. First, it's based on the consistent and infallible rules that all numbers and even nature follows. Fun fact, all markets follow this same mysterious number code. Forex, stocks, commodities, futures, you name it. We call this the Fibbo code. This code lets us abuse Forex for massive profits. Just look at some of these trades. 678 plus pips here. 300 more pips here. Just take a look at this chart. 300 pips here. This code is so flexible it lets you profit no matter what the market is doing. It honestly feels like you're cheating. And once I started using it, I began to laugh at money worries, and so will you. But even with all my success, one question kept Alberto, Gulzar, and I awake at night. We wondered if total Forex beginners could use this code. So we cooked up an experiment. We held a private, exclusive seminar in the outskirts of London, UK, Only 17 people were allowed in. We wanted to make sure they were total beginners. In the seminar, we revealed the code. The same code that my mentor taught me was given to these newbies on a silver platter. 48 hours later, the results were amazing. These newbie traders went from making 10 pips a week to making 70 to 100 pips in a single trade. That's because the code is easy to use and downright effective. Just take a look at this. 88 pips here, 90 pips there. Right now, you have your opportunity to get your hands on the exact same code that landed us and those 17 other traders those wins. The exact same code that moved those total newbies from 10 pips a week to 100 plus pip trades. It's called the Fibo code. It's a foolproof manual Forex system where we grab you by the hand and show you the exact blueprint we use to make a fortune in Forex. Industry experts have called it a Forex redefined.
The Fibo code is hands down the best product I ever bought in Forex. I usually buy small indicators or Forex advisors because this will only work for a little bit before they get old. But I've had this system for 2 months now, and I can say that 90% of my trades are wins. And this is like an insider's code to the super initiated, but it's about Forex. The code comes in a PDF ebook plus custom indicators. And each section is just a page or so long. It's not long. And it doesn't have any filler or any fluff in it. And it's a straightforward system and has successfully moved 300 plus pips in my trading. And I love the realism of this system because other Forex products often make a claim, and a lot of fraudulent claims like about 98% winning trades and moving $1,000 pips automatically. Well, I've been trading for about a year, and I can tell you that 3 out of 5 of your trades will end up as wins. Not 4 out of 5 or 5 out of 5. That just has not happened. This system, more like a code, as Leo says, takes a more realistic approach and explains how to form trade setups that will allow you to have more wins than losses and easily move about 300 pips in your trades. So if you're considering now, or even if you have been trading for a couple years, you need to get this Forex system. No matter what level that you're at, or that you're at for your trades, it doesn't matter. The Fibo code can certainly improve it, and you'll be glad you did.
But what about those who are completely new to Forex? Is there a way to get a little extra help along the way? Yes, it's something we're quite proud of actually. The Fibo Code Kit comes with a series of online training videos designed to show anyone how to get started trading Forex. Altogether, there are 21 short, easy-to-follow videos. Each video is brief and easy to watch and explains step-by-step everything you need to know and more in order to follow the code and make thousands of dollars per year without touching any of the old rehashed Forex systems. And they're free. When you sign up for the code, you get access to all 21 of the training videos. The videos are there for you if you need them. Let's say, for example, you're completely new to Forex and you'd like a crash course on getting started. In that case, video number 1 is perfect for you. Or let's say you already have quite a bit of experience as a trader and you're just interested in getting a few specialized tips and insight on how to predict where the market is moving next. In that case, I'd recommend you watch video number 12. But you don't have to watch any of them if you don't want to. The most important thing is the code that will be delivered straight to your door. Here's what one of our clients, George Willingham, said recently.
Hey there, it's George Willingham here. I wanted to send you a video today instead of just an email to tell you how much I am loving this Forex trading system that you guys have been able to share with me. In the past I've bought a bunch of these different, super profitable Forex systems, and I only found out after buying them that they doled out little bits of information. They didn't give you everything you needed to know. And look, I'm one of those guys that likes to cut to the chase. I want my information, I want it now, I want all of it, and I don't want to have to keep going back to the trough to get fed more BS. Anyway, but I was able to find that the Fibo code, F-I-B-O, the Fibo code, you guys with that system gave me the whole system. I didn't have to go get little bits of it and then buy more information later on. It was just the whole thing. It's a step-by-step program. You guys told me exactly what to do, when to do it, how to do it. It's no BS. I just follow the system. It's wonderful. So now I just wanted to share with you that I'm starting to make a really decent profit now. How about that? You know, finally. And you know, I've done it all from the comfort of my own home. It's great here. You know, my nephews are really excited that I get to stay at home all the time. And so I would just tell anybody that if you want a Forex trading system that is no bull, then get a hold of the FIBO code, F-I-B-O, and that's all you have to do. You know, you guys will take it from there and help them. They won't be disappointed. I know I wasn't. Thank you guys. I just wanted to tell you that today. See you soon. Bye.
One of the reasons we put the FIBO code together. But we only want committed traders in the community. So let me tell you what the FIBO code is not. One of the countless ebooks. It's not an expert advisor or a robot. It's not even a traditional Forex trading system. It's a manual, proven Forex system based on a consistent code that follows the laws of physics. A code to massive Forex profits that will let you bulldoze over any obstacle. It's not any of the basic information you can find online for free. In fact, Alberto, Gulzar and I specifically had to keep this information off the internet because it's that valuable. You don't need any Forex knowledge. You don't need any technical knowledge. You don't need a large deposit. Whatever your bankroll is, this will show you how to double it and then double it again. You will quickly understand how you can hit 100+ pip trades right off the bat instead of spending years wasting money trying to learn it the hard way. Countless people are reporting an immediate improvement in their Forex accounts after they implement the FIBO code.
Yes, I had a chance to use the FIBO code for my own trades. And once I really dug deep into this course, wow, I was immediately blown away with just how much content there was. I guess I was expecting maybe just a couple of videos and maybe an ebook, but what I got was a complete home study course on the FIBO code. And after the first couple of videos, unfortunately, I realized that my trading strategy was completely off. Yeah, before this, my best week, I moved maybe 70 pips in a week. But after going through this course, I was able to tweak my trading system. And now, my best week was actually just a couple of days ago. And it resulted in 225 pips. And I made $2,250 in just one trade. I mean, I was really just blown away. I couldn't believe it. All I did was rearrange some things in my system. And bam! $2,250 right in my account. So, you know, now I'm making between 7 and 10 trades per week, almost all of them resulting in at least 100 pips or more. So I would definitely recommend this course to anyone starting out on a trading system. You know, this one is definitely not a flash in the pan. I mean, Gulzar really put everything on the table on this one, you know, showed all the nooks and crannies. So if you're a rookie and you're just starting out in trading, I would definitely recommend the FIBO code as a footnote to your trading system. You know, in fact, don't waste any time. You know, if this product is still available, grab it now, honestly, because it'll most definitely make your trades, you know, triple in pips, and your profits will grow very, very quickly.
I placed 2 trades on Monday, closed out on Wednesday, and I made 234 pips. I'm making money consistently.
Don't you want to have a success story just like them? Or $1,020 in less than a couple of hours? And let me say this, unlike all the fake Forex gurus out there, I actually know what it's like to suffer in the trading trenches, and I know what it's like to feel stuck, which is why Alberto begged me to release this to you, because this code will immediately benefit any trader. But you may still be wondering, why did we decide to reveal the code? We and many other people are already doing very well with it, and we could have just kept the code to ourselves and make all the money we needed. Why not just relax and enjoy? Fair questions. I'd say the biggest reason is that the code allows us to share our system with all kinds of different people, no matter what their background. We recently heard from a personal assistant, a woman who's never been wealthy before in her life, who said she's made $9,704 in 3.5 months. We spoke to a hairstylist who's making more than $2,000 a month trading the system only 10 minutes a night and just resigned from his job. We love changing people's lives like that. Until recently, you'd never have been able to access the code, as it was only available to a select number of traders and mathematicians, and if you had, you'd have to pay up dearly for this. The code was essentially off-limits to all but a select few. That's why many believe the Fibo code offers the best deal you're ever likely to come across for a Forex trading system. When people guess the value of the Fibo code, they guess over $2,000, and that's what it should cost. To give you an idea of our development costs, we had to hire 3 programmers and 2 traders for 5 months straight to perfect the code into pip-pulling, ready-to-use MetaTrader indicators. Why did we hire traders? Because we wanted to make sure it wasn't just the nth piece of code some developers in some third-world country put together for a few dollars. We wanted to make sure the code worked for traders, just like it did for us. This was no easy feat. These programmers and developers don't come cheap either. In fact, $250 per hour is what they demand. We believe that when it comes to Forex systems, you get what you pay for. Our costs ran into the tens of thousands of dollars. However, once we saw the code in action, we knew it was worth it. We only work with the cream of the crop in the industry. If you've been visiting forums or blogs lately, you may have heard some of the buzz surrounding the code. This is because it works. We asked each one of our developers and traders what they think the price should be for the code. Here are the prices we received. $2,995, $1,499, $3,000, $2,997. The programmers and traders who perfected this system think it's worth thousands of dollars. I myself know that not every trader out there has that kind of cash lying around ready to invest. So we needed to set the price to be realistic and to make it affordable for all traders. We initially had it priced and ready to go at $1,997, since we knew this is a premium Forex system. However, after some more thinking and doing very well in our own trading, we decided to go lower and give it away for a fraction of that. We believe the code hands down beats all other systems out there. We've tested thousands of systems in our years as traders, developers, and fund managers. This is peanuts in the grand scheme of things, and quite frankly, anyone who can't invest this amount probably shouldn't be trading in the first place. They best stick to their demo account with their training wheels glued on tightly. And just for a moment, consider this. You only need one big move to make all your money back, and then some. Countless people have described the Fibo code as the tipping point in their trading career.
And I made 198 pips in my first 2 weeks. It's the most awesome feeling in the world, seeing the money come into your bank account and thinking, I figured it out.
Here's another fact. If you invest in the code and then you make over $2,000 this month, then you've made a great decision. For example, traders who followed the code since the beginning of the year made $8,990.16 in January alone. They went on to make $8,562.60 in February, $4,803.96 in March, and the list could go on forever. But this is not about them or us. This is about you. Take a moment to just imagine the lifestyle this could get you. Imagine how it will feel to have the freedom of knowing you don't ever have to wake up for an unfulfilling job ever again. And just to make this an absolute no-brainer decision, we're throwing in a priceless bonus. Unlimited one-on-one personal phone support. For a tiny fraction of the price you would have had to pay up to not long ago, you get full, unlimited access to the Fibo code and its creators, Alberto Pao, Don Gulzar Russell, and myself. If you ever have a question, you can just call up and get your question answered. In fact, the number is 1-607-214-0075. But please do not call until after you order. This number is for buyers only. This is, of course, in addition to the 24/7 email support you get just for ordering. Now, remember earlier when I said that by the end of this video you'll discover a quick way to get $100? Well, prepare to have your mind blown, because not only is the code backed by a no questions asked 100% money back lifetime guarantee, but if you try the Fibo code and you don't make a profit, in addition to your money back, we will give you $100 of our very own money. That's right, we're willing and ready to give $100 to anybody who doesn't make a profit using the Fibo code. All you need to do is place 5 trades using this system, and if you don't pull a profit, send us your trading statement and we'll bust out our wallet and send you $100 in addition to your refund. Because if you don't succeed, we don't want your money. No fake Forex guru can make this promise. But Alberto Gulzar and I can, because we are 100% confident you will be absolutely thrilled. In fact, if the code wasn't so profitable, we'd end up paying $100 to everyone and we would go broke. And I'm pretty sure once you've made your first, second, and then third 100+ pip trade, you will thank us for the rest of your life. Either you profit using the Fibo code, or you profit by getting $100 in addition to your refund. There's no way you can lose, because we take all of the risk. Remember, we only reveal this code to high-paying clients who pay our insane fees. And even then, we can only release 300 copies, and some of those have gone already. But for this short time only, anybody can get their hands on it. After you order, 2 things will happen. First, you will receive access to the online elite members area, where you will find some of the introductory materials. Then, the Fibo code DVD will be rushed straight to your door. This is because the Fibo code is so effective we can't have it floating around on the internet. Supplies are very limited, so if you want to snag your copy, you have to act right now. Just click on the Add to Cart button below. Fill out the information and wait as your DVD box set is rushed to your door via a courier like FedEx. You may not realize it, but right now you are on the cusp of one of the biggest money-making opportunities over the past 26 years. Over the last years, using the Fibo code, we turned $1,000 accounts into $142,683. Or another $1,000 account into $134,944. As a client of ours says,
"The profit we made on the first trade paid for the cost many times over. To say that I'm pleased would be an understatement."
And another Fibo code trader says,
After buying this, I was immediately excited when I saw what it had to offer. I set it up on my computer, which took me about 10 minutes, and I left it running for the day and went to work, and when I got home about 12 hours later, I couldn't believe it. I have made a staggering $643. I just couldn't believe it. I mean, it's almost as much as I make in a week at my day job, and I made it in just 12 hours by leaving the mass money multiplier system running on my computer. After buying this, I was immediately ecstatic when I saw what it had to offer. In like just a few minutes, I placed my first trade and left it running and took my doggy Mr. Titty for a walk, and when I got home like 5 hours later, I just couldn't believe my eyes. I made an awesome $621. I thought I was totally dreaming. Like, it's almost as much as I made in a week at my last day job, and that was just in 5 hours. My friends are so jealous because I know that no matter how much I spend shopping with this system, I'll make double the money back or more. Oh my God, this is like amazing.
As one of our clients put it,
"You should charge $10,000 a year for Leo, Alberto, and Gulzar's code. Seriously, I made enough money in the last trade to pay for 5 copies of this system."
the Fibo code costs $997. If that sounds like too much money, then it probably isn't for you. The Fibo code is meant for serious-minded traders who are serious about making money from Forex and are willing to pay for a piece of the action. But because of this special product launch, our developers and traders have agreed to make a special offer right now. In short, if you sign up today, you'll receive 50% off. That means you can receive the FIBO code for a single payment of $497. Just remember, this is only available for a brief time and will expire soon. As a new member of the FIBO code, you'll receive instant access to the FIBO code members area, and within 24 hours, the FIBO code DVDs will be rushed straight to your door. With every trade you place with the code, you'll have the potential to see a 100% gain or better in as quickly as a few weeks to a few days. Here's just a snapshot of the kind of returns the FIBO code has achieved. You have two options. First, you can leave this page empty-handed and achieve no results, and stay stuck right where you are right now. Please don't do this. It will only result in heartbreak and suffering. You will slowly learn painful and very expensive lessons the hard way, and frankly, that's not good for anybody. Or you can go with option 2, which is to take action right now and jump straight to the finish line and start collecting those 100+ pip trades and skip all the painful, expensive lessons I had to endure. Just remember, our developers and traders agreed to offer a 50% off the price of the FIBO code through this special presentation. But we don't like publicity, which means we'll be closing this offer soon. So if you're interested, I urge you to get in now. I think you'll find it's more than worth it. As one trader says,
I have never seen something this good.
Besides, you're backed by an ironclad guarantee. And if you don't profit, we'll give you $100. There's really no reason not to give the FIBO code a shot. So please, just click the Add to Cart button below, and we'll see you inside.
I reviewed Forex Mastermind Blueprint about a month ago. I started in Forex not making a lot of money and not moving many pips. I was one of those guys that bought a lot of Forex products and thought it would make it easier to make money in Forex. So when I reviewed this, I was very skeptical. The first thing I noticed is that the creator of the Forex Mastermind Blueprint had invested a lot of time and energy to make this system. I have to say this isn't your typical ebook or some expert advisor. This is like a home study course on Forex, but it doesn't just teach you the basics. It really does give you a deeper understanding of the Forex market. I spent more time studying this product than any system I have ever used before. There's a lot of information and it took me a week to get through it all. But after I was done, I was able to make 4 straight trades resulting in over 50 pips, and one was over 150 pips. So with those trades, I made almost $2,000. Honestly, I think the content is worth much more than $97. If I didn't know the price of this system beforehand, I would assume that this would cost about $2,000. In fact, I would have paid a couple $100 for modules 6 and 7 alone. In my opinion, they are the most important modules, and I would have gladly paid more for this type of info, so consider yourself fortunate. Seriously, this has already built my confidence to trade without fear and make a lot of money. My goal is to make a minimum of $10,000 a week, and with the help of Forex Mastermind Blueprint, I'm about 2 weeks from doing that. If you are serious about trading Forex, then this is a must-have course. This will easily show you how to move 100+ pips in your trades once you get the blueprint down pat.